The August 12th, 2026 episode of General Hospital delivers the kind of revelation that can completely reshape the direction of several major storylines at once. What begins as another day filled with family tensions, business maneuvering, legal uncertainty, and complicated relationships suddenly becomes something much bigger when Trina and Kai reveal a devastating truth to Michael. Willow was the person who shot Drew. That single confession has the potential to destroy whatever fragile stability remains inside the Corinthos, Quartermain, and related families. At the same time, Sonny prepares for a high-stakes confrontation with Drew over Jen Sidwell's business assets. Rocco and Scout continue building a surprisingly meaningful bond, and Curtis finally receives the verdict in his assault trial. The episode therefore works on several levels. It is not simply about one secret being exposed. It is about consequences beginning to collide. The biggest development is unquestionably the revelation involving Willow and Drew. For viewers who have followed the complicated history surrounding these characters, the idea that Willow was responsible for shooting Drew changes the emotional equation dramatically. Michael is suddenly placed in an impossible position because Willow is not just another person in his life. She is deeply connected to his family, his children, and his personal history. Drew is also someone whose relationship with Michael has become increasingly complicated. Michael therefore has to process several conflicting emotions at the exact same time. Imagine what it means for Michael to hear that Willow was the shooter. His first reaction would naturally be disbelief. Even if there have been clues, suspicious behavior, or unexplained circumstances surrounding the shooting, hearing the truth directly is entirely different from suspecting it. Trina and Kai are not simply offering another theory. They are giving Michael information that could potentially destroy Willow's future and radically change the relationships around him. This is where the storyline becomes especially powerful. Michael is not merely being asked to decide whether Willow should be exposed. He is being forced to decide what kind of person he wants to be when the truth threatens almost everyone he loves. Protecting Willow could be interpreted as loyalty, compassion, or even love. Revealing the truth could be interpreted as justice. But neither choice is simple. Michael has spent much of his life caught between family loyalty and the consequences of other people's actions. The Corinthos family has always operated in an environment where secrets are currency. People hide information because they believe they are protecting someone. They lie because they believe the truth would cause more damage. They manipulate situations because they think they can control the outcome. But General Hospital repeatedly demonstrates one brutal lesson. Secrets rarely remain under control forever. The revelation about Willow is therefore more than a plot twist. It is another example of the show's long-running exploration of whether protecting someone from consequences actually protects them at all. Willow's situation is particularly complicated because the audience is encouraged to consider the emotional circumstances surrounding her actions. That does not erase responsibility, but it creates a deeper question. Why did Willow shoot Drew? What was happening inside her mind? Was the shooting the result of desperation, fear, anger, manipulation, or some combination of circumstances? And perhaps most importantly, who else knows the full story? Those questions become essential now that Michael has learned the truth. Trina's involvement in revealing the secret is also significant. Trina has repeatedly found herself caught in situations where she must navigate complicated loyalties. Her decision to tell Michael suggests that the burden of keeping this secret has become too great. Kai's presence alongside her adds another layer because this is clearly not a revelation that Michael receives from one isolated source. Trina and Kai coming forward together gives the information greater weight. From Michael's perspective, that makes the situation even harder to dismiss. If two people independently bring him the same devastating information, he cannot simply convince himself that it is gossip. He has to confront the possibility that everything he thought he knew about Drew's shooting is wrong. And once Michael starts questioning the official version of events, the consequences could spread rapidly. One of the most interesting possibilities is the impact this revelation could have on Michael's relationship with Willow. Even if Michael still loves her or feels compassion for her, trust has been shattered. The problem is not only that Willow allegedly shot Drew. It is also that the truth was hidden. Michael may begin asking himself how long Willow knew she was responsible, who helped her, and why she allowed him to remain unaware. That emotional betrayal could become almost as damaging as the shooting itself. Michael may also find himself